Hey everybody, it's me Stacey, and it's time for Saturday with Stacey, YouTube number 225. This is the next collection of Simply Defined and the next collection of must-haves, which happens to be hearts. So I'm excited to show you what I have for you today. And because black paper was so popular last week, we got so many questions about what else to do with black paper. I'm gonna use it again this week, only I have a whole new set of stuff to show you to what will work on black paper, what won't work on black paper, because now you know pigment inks are beautiful on black paper. So I have all of that to bring to you, as well as winter chicken dinner. My elves on a shelf are still there. I have my very own Secret Santa. I've never had a Secret Santa before, and this year I do. And I want to send her as much love as possible because she has taken it upon herself to make sure that we have a Christmas tree decorated this year. And every day something comes in, and it's just a wonderful surprise, and really just, it actually puts me in tears because I get so overwhelmed. I'm just a crybaby. I cry at everything, but I just, the appreciation I have for the thoughtfulness is overwhelming. So now this collection of Simply Defined was done before my mom passed away. Quite a bit before my mom passed away, and it just seems so ironic how some of these collections come about at just the right time. In this collection of Simply Defined, I did a standalone stamp set. I've never done a standalone stamp set, but there were things that I wanted to say, or things that I have seen that I wanted as a stamp that I couldn't fit into the dies so that you would get a stamp and die combination. There just wasn't. So I do have a standalone stamp set, and now that I've done it, I really like them. So in December, there's another standalone stamp set, and I have a feeling I'm just going to continue with it because it gives me the opportunity to put sentiments with the dies that I really, really like. And so I'm excited about having that for you. This is the first time we have a standalone stamp set. And like I was saying, this collection was done before my mom passed away. And it's all about women, girls, and what we can do, and how strong we really are, and how brave we can be. And the collection starts with everything from a toddler all the way through a full-grown woman, and it just seemed right to do, and it just felt right when I did it. So I'm hoping that you like it. I hope you like the new standalone stamp sets, because some of you out there don't die cut at all, but you do stamp, and sentiments are so hard to come by. So I'm hoping that I've covered the basis for you. Now, like I said, we're going to start with black paper, and I'm going to show you some things with black paper, and I'm going to die cut some stuff for you, and we're going to play with that first. And then at the end, I am going to bring out the contour die, the contour die. It's not part of the I Want It All collection, but when I showed it on Facebook, I got so many messages about what is this die? How do you use this die? Where do I get this die? And so I want to show you exactly how to use it because it is a little different than the norm. I tend to be I do that a lot, a little different than the norm. But I think that when you see how to use it, you'll really like it. And that way I can answer some of your questions. But I want to start first with black paper and some other products that maybe you didn't know you could use with black paper. And I'm going to use some of my dies with it as well, although the dies really aren't necessarily the focus. I really want to play with the black paper for you since you enjoyed it so much last week. Now, winter chicken dinner. This is where a million of you zoom forward. However, last week we had a customer in the store who said, "Stacey, I love you. I do. I love you, but I usually fast forward your intro because I'm never going to be a winter chicken dinner." Well, her friend watches the whole YouTube and heard her friend's name called who zips forward. And so her friend called her and said, "Did you know you were a winner chicken dinner?" So you never know when it's going to be your turn. And let me put my glasses on so I can see. Hello there. I have 2 winner chicken dinners from last week. That was YouTube number 224, where we did that amazing Sizzix bundle for $19.99. Amazing. Yes, it sold out. There may be a few, as people cancel, a few come in, or as people don't pay for their orders, we'll have a few come in. So if you're on the notify me list for it, stay on the notify me list. You never know when you're going to get notified. But these peeps are going to win a selection of new Sizzix product. Woohoo, ka-choo. And I even know what the new Sizzix product is, but I can't tell you yet because it's so new. We'll be the first to have it, but you're going to get it. Okay. So you'll just have to be excited. If you are Sharon Fulton. Hello, Sharon Fulton. Congratulations. Do your happy dance. Do your happy dance. Do your happy dance. Woot, woot. But you're not alone. You're not alone. You have a friend, because we always do 2 winner chicken dinners. Oh, these names were so easy this week. Oh, my heart is happy. Belinda. We have our own very own Belinda. Belinda Dixon. Hello, Belinda Dixon. You're a winner. Woot, woot. You're a winner. So Belinda Dixon and Sharon Fulton, congratulations to you. You are going to win some brand new Sizzix product that isn't anywhere else, won't be anywhere else. We're the only place that's going to have it for an extended period of time, and you're going to have it first. Congratulations to you. Now, how do you claim your prize? You're going to go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com. You'll look for the link that says winner chicken dinner. You'll click it, you'll follow the directions, and we'll get your prizes out to you. However, if you could do me a favor, in the subject line of your email, please put, "I'm the winner chicken dinner from YouTube number 224. I'm the winner chicken dinner from YouTube number 224. That makes Kayla's life so much easier. All right. Now, I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. And hopefully this is something you may not know about with black paper and some of these markers and stuff that I have for you. And I'll incorporate a few of my dies in. And then when we get to the end, I have got the most beautiful samples from the SMS girls. I mean, gorgeous samples from the SMS girls. And the storyboards to show you. So I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. And I will see you sometime next week. We've got our Black Friday event coming up next week. I've got so much going on. It's a good thing Mr. SMS is cooking turkey dinner. Or we'd be going to Denny's. All right, down we go. Bye, guys. He really is a wonderful cook. I'm going to forward, tilt down. I'm going to slide this on over. Let's see if I'm forward. Oh, is that pretty good? I think that's pretty good. How about you guys? Work for you? Works for me. All right. This is the free make and take that we are doing downstairs right now. And yes, this is a simply defined die. It is part of the Be Who You Are collection. And isn't she darling? And her little umbrella. So if you are anywhere in sunny California and you are watching this on the first day, come be a part. You'll make this card completely for free. You don't need to bring anything with you. Not adhesive, not scissors, and you don't have to buy anything. You can just come and play. It's okay. We want to have you come and play and get crafty. So, how did we do this? Well, I want to start first off with the black paper. So, as I told you all last week, we finally got in our 100-pound black paper, which matches our 80-pound black paper. It took about 2 years to get here. You wouldn't think that matching black paper would be so difficult, but if you've ever tried to match a black blouse with a black skirt and they were not made together, you know exactly how difficult it can be. So last week I played with pigment ink and embossed and used pigment ink to color black paper, and it looks beautiful. But that's not the only thing that you can use. I have other tools, but you need to know what is a yes and what is a no. Now, sparkle pins. These are Spectrum Noir sparkle pins. I just have a couple of them. And on white paper, let's grab a piece of white paper so we can do a comparison. On white paper, you can hear the little ball in there. You shake them up. And you can color with them, and you get lots of yummy sparkle. Lots of yummy sparkle. Can you see the yummy sparkle? So those are sparkle pins by Spectrum Noir on white paper. We also have Wink of Stella by Kuretake. Sparkle pins as well. The Kuretake Wink of Stella were the very first sparkle pins to come on the market. I will tell you, I happen to like their nib a little bit better, but that's me. Everybody has their own preference. But same thing, you use them and they're very sparkly happy. I think the shorter nib is what I like about them. For me, I have a little more control. Okay, so now we've got Wink of Stella here and sparkle pins there. But we're not done. I have got Wink of Luna by Kuretake. Wink of Luna is a metallic opaque pen, and when you put it on paper, you get a beautiful, solid, yummy, metallic look. So let's do it with that, and I have got the blue. So this is Luna. So here I have Luna. I have Stella. And I have Crafter's Companion. So all on white paper. You can see the sparkle on these two. You can, on these four here, you can see the metallic here, but I've got one more to play with. I've got glitter pins by Nouveau. So really sparkly, metallic, and both of these are pretty comparable. The Stella and the Crafter's Companion are a pretty comparable product to each other. And that's what they look like on white paper. But what happens when we use black paper? Okay, let's find out. So I am going to take, I'm just going to cut my die really quickly so I have it handy. This is the Be Who You Are die, and I'm there, rain or shine. So you actually get the words "I'm here, rain or shine" along with the die. So you can die those, cut those out. Open her up, pull her out, and grab a sheet of black paper. I'm gonna hold on to that. Now we're just gonna die cut her really quick. Now she's a wafer die, and that means she's thin. She's also called a chemically etched die. A couple different names for her, but most often it's a wafer die because she's wafer thin. Any die that looks like this, that is this thin, is considered a wafer die or a chemically etched die. It will cut through a piece of cardstock without any problem. Sometimes you can get through 2 pieces of cardstock, depending on how thick your cardstock is. I'm gonna bring over my Big Shot machine because that's the machine we use here right now at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I'm on a magnetic plate, which Ellison does not recommend. They would much prefer you use your multi-purpose platform that comes with the machine. Whether you have the small one or the large one, it doesn't matter. Some of them are longer. They would prefer you use the multi-purpose platform, and to do that, you keep your tabs completely closed and sandwich it between 2 cutting plates. I'm using a precision base plate because this has got a little bit of detail in it. It's a little bit of a detailed die with all the little swirls and curls in there. I know it doesn't look too intricate, but those swirls and curls are. So I'm going to put it on my precision base plate. Now it's really important that you not be able to read the directions. Can you see how there's directions on the precision base plate? Directions. You do not want to be able to read your directions at all. That's not a good thing. If you can read the directions on the precision base plate, in fact, you know what? Let me take it off and show you, just to be sure. Okay, so if you can read your directions, if you're putting it in this way and your die is on top of this, it's backwards. You need to have that metal base facing you. And that way, easy peasy. Now, also, if you do decide to use your magnetic platform, it's really up to you. I do put a piece of paper right there, just so it's easier for me to slide this off the magnetic platform. Just a handy little hint in case you do use it and you have a hard time sliding it off because it's so magnetized to it. Now I've got my paper right on top of my precision base plate. I've got my die right on top of my paper. I'm going to put it at a slight angle because I want it to feed through. I don't want to hit this line at the same time under the wheel. It will make a big ka-thump. So if you've got a die that has a straight edge and you're putting it in just like that and you're rolling it through and you hear this big ka-thump, it's okay. You haven't ruined the die or the machine. It's because the straight edge is hitting the roller all at the same time. If you don't want to hear that ka-thump, just turn your die at a slight angle. I've got a cut plate that's been used and I'm going to send it through. See, no ka-thump. Then, oh, it popped right out. I was going to do a rotate and send it back, but I don't think I need to. It popped right on out. Let's go ahead and move this that way. Put my die there. Well, the pieces are kind of big, so I almost don't need my little brush tool. Let's pop all of our little bits and pieces out. And what you're going to be left with is your beautiful little girl. Pieces are big, so I didn't need my brush at all. All right. Oh. There we go. There she is. So let's throw all this away in the trash. And what I've got for you is right there. Gosh, every time I think I've got them all out, I see another one. So there she is, all die cut out for you. Isn't she darling? But what if you want to do something more to her than just leave her in black or in blue? And you're on a dark paper. How do you do this? Well, sure, you could use your pigment inks to get in there. You'd have to use a little dauber and try to get in there. But Remember I showed you the Crafter Companion Glitter, the Wink of Stella Glitter, the Wink of Luna Metallic, and the Nouveau Glitter. Now let's bring our black piece of paper out again, and let's start from the beginning. Let's start with the Crafter Companion Glitter. Same green on black paper. And then let's do our lighter color. Now you're going to get some sparkle, but you're certainly not going to get the color. Remember, like I showed you, the dye-based ink didn't, you can kind of see where I did it, but it didn't transfer the color. It absorbed right into the black paper, which is what the Crafter's Companion has done. Now let's do the Wink of Stella. Same thing. Use the exact same colors, and you can see where it left a little bit of glitter and a little bit of tone, but certainly nothing like on white paper. Now let's try the Luna. And let's try the blue. Ha! That you can see. Look at that on the black. It is beautiful. It's beautiful on the white. It's beautiful on the black. Now let's try the Nouveau. I don't want to get my hand, well, I'm going to get my hand in it anyway. And again, you're able to see the color left behind versus the Crafter's Companion and the Stella. Not that these are bad products, they're wonderful products. They're just not meant to be used on dark paper or black paper. Whereas the Luna and the Nouveau look beautiful on black paper and on white paper. It doesn't mean that these are not great and that you shouldn't have these. It just means that if you try to use them with black or dark, you're going to be slightly disappointed. If you want to use black and dark, then you want to use a Nouveau glitter marker or a Luna. Now I want to show you how those markers are packaged. So here's your Luna, and I think Lunas come in about 8 colors. I want to open one up and show you how they're packaged. Okay, so this is how they come once you get them out of the package. And you see this little ring here? That's a very important thing for you to keep track of, to know about. Not necessarily keep track, because we're going to throw it away. But you need to know what to do with that little black ring. When you buy your Lunas, the nice thing about it is that all the ink is in here. And the cap is sealed. No ink can come out. It's waiting for you. It's not drying out while it's sitting on the shelf in a craft store waiting to be purchased. It's in there airtight and lovely. The way to get that ink out is you take that black ring off, and then you take the other half and you screw it back together, because inside here is a little pin that's going to poke that hole in there and get that ink open. So I'm going to screw them back into each other. Now, do you ever put this back on? No, you throw it away. You never unscrew it to put this back on, because if I unscrewed it, and put it back on and then screwed my top on, my ink could run everywhere. It's now not sealed all the way. So you just throw this piece away. Screw it in all the way. And now you're ready to prime your pen. How do you prime a pen? Well, it's got 2 words on the side and you can feel them. You can barely see them, but you can feel them, and it says push. So you push. And can you see some of the ink filling the chamber? Now, what's important to know about a Luna or a Wink of Stella pen is that you push a couple times, but you're not trying to fill this whole well up with that green ink. You want to give it a good few pushes, and it's going to take a second or 2 or 3 or 4 to get the ink down into the nib, because the nib is dry right now. There's nothing in it, but the ink will slowly start to run down and fill it in. So you don't want to push too much. What happens if you push too much? Let's see if I can push too much. If you push too much, it will drip. You will actually have drops coming out of your marker. And you don't want to do that because that's a waste of good ink. Gosh, I don't know. I'm afraid to make it drop. So as it's working its way down, now once it's down and it's filled your nib, you don't have to go through this every single time. So you just let gravity do its thing, and you need to have a little bit of patience. A little bit of patience goes a really long way. And once you get it started, if you need to, let it sit, if you don't use it for a little while, then that's all you do is shake it up again and give it a little push and let that ink feed on down, and then you're good to go. Okay, so it's getting all nice and filled up and getting ready to be used. So I'm going to sit this one to the side, and then I'm going to show you the Nouveau glitter marker, because it's also a little different. The nib is completely dry when you get it. You shake it, but instead of pressing, you push down. And you let that releases the ink in the well. So while it's like this, it's airtight and it's not drying out. As you release the ink, it will also start to come down and fill the nib. So you can begin to use it. Now, there's 2 different tips. This is a bullet point tip, and it doesn't fan out. It's great for coloring, it's great for drawing, it's really great for writing. Versus our Luna, which has a brush tip. Oh, that color is so pretty. And a brush tip will open up. So it has individual bristles, which makes this beautiful to get very fine lines, very fat lines, gives you lots of options. But both of them are going to work beautifully on your black paper. Both of them are going to work great on your black paper. So when we bring over our die and we want to embellish it up a little bit, this is where the markers come in handy, because having a pigment-based ink pad, you would have to get a little Q-tip or something to go in there and color. Look at that, I missed one more, my goodness gracious. But with a marker, and I missed it here. Why did you guys not tell me? I missed it there. With a marker, you can go in and you can color where you want to color. So if I wanted to add the raindrops in silver on her umbrella, And depending on how strong you want the color, you may want to go over it twice. You'll do them all once. So all I've done are the cute little raindrops on her umbrella, and now they're silver sparkly. And if I wanted them even more silver sparkly, or if a little of the black is coming through, I can go over them twice. Or I can color my entire umbrella, and she'll have a silver sparkly umbrella. Really pretty. And easy because you're using markers, so you have more control than if you were using a cotton swab or something to try and get the color down. The pigment ink is great when you're using those embossing folders and such. But to do detailed work, look at how cute is she. Now she's got a silver umbrella. Oh, I can't forget the silver umbrella. And then if I wanted to, I could take the blue Luna and I could come in and color the swirls. Because you've got that fine tip that lets you do that. So I could come in and color the swirls and the frame and still leave her all black in the silhouette. So it's about having the right tools for the job you want to do. Oh, that sounds like my dad. But it happens to be the truth. Having the right tools for what you want to accomplish. What do you want your project to look like when it's done? Gosh, I think the mailman must be here. So I could go in and just color all of my swirls. And have those in blue, have her little umbrella in silver, and she's all in black. It's up to you. What makes your heart happy? Use the right tools for the right project. And when you're dealing with black paper, it's different than a white paper. Any kind of dark cardstock has to be treated a little differently, because when you're using an ink that's going to absorb quickly into that cardstock, it's just going to disappear. The shiny remains, but the strong color does not. I mean, there's such a difference from white to black, except for when you get to the Nouveau and the Luna. And there you have opportunities to play so that your black paper doesn't just have to stay black. You can do more with it as opposed to just using it for mats. You can just make beautiful things, and it doesn't take much. A die, a couple key colors that you love, 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 and go to town, have at it. You like the green, you want the swirls to be in green, the green, this is just lovely. You just go in there and color. And I've just put it down. I would put it down on an inexpensive piece of copy paper and just color right over the top. And because you've got that fine little brush, you can get right next to the silver without getting on the silver. That fine little brush. Look at that. By the time I'm done, the only thing that will be left in black is our little girl. You can do this, and you may already have these to begin to use. Luna's have been around for quite some time. The Nouveau markers have been around for quite some time. I can tell you these are sold individually, so they're sold as singles. The markers are sold as 3-packs. And if you want bang for your buck, it's the markers, because you get 3 markers for $8.99 versus 1 Luna for $9.99 or 19 cents. So you have to look at it and say, what is important to me? Maybe you just get the Lunas in a color or 2, but the markers, oh my goodness gracious, the glitter markers are so much fun and they are so beautiful. Now, if you placed an order during the shop that did not hop in the warehouse sale, I've been updating you. All the products come in. The Kaisercraft is fully merged, meaning we've received it in, we've unpacked it, we've organized it, we've counted it, and we've put it away. The Tonic Studios is fully merged, which means we've received it in, we've unpacked it, we've counted it, and we've put it away. The Sizzix is fully merged, so we've received it, we've counted it, we've unpacked it, and put it away. Now we are just finishing up with the Do Crafts. So maybe another week of the Do Crafts, getting it all unpacked, counted, merged, and put away. I'll keep you updated. But what I was getting to is if you placed your order during that time, during the shop that didn't hop or our warehouse sale, you're going to already receive a Nouveau glitter pin. This is an exclusive color that you're only going to find at Scrapbooking Made Simple. It was done just for us, for you. It was a free gift, so you know you've already got one coming. Yay! Not exactly sure when it'll get to you because it's a ship when it ships, but you know you're going to have this. I have enough for every single order that was placed. So wahoo kachoo. Now, it's up to you what other colors you like and what other colors you want. But it's absolutely, she's darling. I get a different piece of white paper because that one I marked all over. She's absolutely darling, and she was easy to do. So think of the dies that you have that would lend themselves to black paper that you've never used with black paper, or you used it with black paper and you just left it black. Think of the detail that you can add to it by using just a couple of the right markers. That's all you need, a couple of the right markers. And what you end up with is so stinking cute. All right, so remember, if you're not sure about your marker, just grab a piece of paper, a dark piece of paper, and try. Crafter's Companion, great on white, not great on black. They're sparkle pins. Wink of Stella, great on white, not so great on dark papers. Wink of Luna, awesome. And Nouveau glitter markers, awesome. Easy to use, well done. The glitter markers leave that hue of color behind. It leaves the glitter. They're just lovely. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put those aside, and then I'm going to go on to the die that we had the most questions about. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so I'm gonna move over to the contour die. Now this die is not part of the I Want It All bundle. This is our contour die, and it's always sold separately. It's a 2-part die. 1, 2. But how do you use it? Well, you actually have several different options. First off, you can just use the silhouette. You can just use the silhouette. And this is going to cut out a positive, but it's the negative that also is just amazing. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper. And I think maybe I'll use some pink paper. So I've got my die. and I'm going to cut her out. Bring over my Big Shot machine. She's not very intricate. You could absolutely use her without the precision base plate. Absolutely. Will she fit if I go straight up and down? Oh, she's very tight. So let's put her on the diagonal. I'm gonna send her on through. And she should cut really on the first go round. She's pretty open and not very intricate. So if you didn't want to use your precision base plate with her, you should be just fine on your basic magnetic platform or your basic multi-purpose platform. And I'm gonna pop her out. So what I'm left with is a positive and I'm also left with a negative. It's up to you. One die. You can do both. Gives you both at the same time. So you don't have to choose. You get both. You get a positive and you get a negative. Because quite often we end up throwing this piece of paper away when we cut flowers or you know, the negative for this die is just a whole bunch of little pieces. Oh my gosh, does that look so good? That's what happens when it dries. Is that awesome? Okay, I digress. Most of the time we're ending up throwing the negative away. But with this die, I specifically did it so that you have a positive and you have a negative that's usable. But then you also have the die that fits around it, the roses. So let's cut the roses real quick. And that is a very intricate die, and that die does require a precision base plate. Can you see how many pieces come out of this die? So yes, this is an intricate die, and it will require you to use your precision base plate with it. So I'm just gonna cut me off a hunk of paper. I'm gonna bring my Big Shot right back on over. I'm gonna layer down. And send her on through. Oh, but see, well, should I do it? Do you want to hear how bad it sounds? Let's see if I get that awful sound because the die has a straight edge. So let's see if I can make it go clunk so you can hear how it sounds. That way, if you do it, you know you didn't ruin your die. Ready? It's gonna sound bad. Oh, it didn't do it. Well, that's good. Oh, there it is. I spoke too soon. There it was. Did you hear that? That sounded horrible. Don't worry. It's because it hit that straight edge. If you don't want it to sound like that, I'm going to rotate my die. If you don't want it to sound like that, remember, put it on an angle. And now when it feeds in, it's going to start here and work its way down the die, and you're not going to get that big ka-thunk. So it's better I do it on my machine to show you that if you do it on your machine, you're going to be okay. See, no big ka-thunk. All right, so I'm gonna pull it out. And my little pieces are gonna fall out. I've got a lot of little pieces though. So I'm gonna take my little Sizzix tool. Still working with the Do Crafts one, the X-Cut tool. Haven't made up my mind about it. I'll let you know. I'm in the pondering mode. Get all my little bits and pieces out. Make a lovely mess on Mr. SMS's carpet. I'm going to try not to. Let's see if I can put them in my hand and throw them away. Here's my little Sizzix tool. Comes with the little foamy. Just run it right over and all your little pieces will stay in the little foamy. Gosh, and I think I've got them out. Every time I look at one of my dies, I think I've cut it all out, and I haven't. As I'm showing you, I'm like, oh, there's another one piece that I didn't get all the way out. All right, so when she's cut out, that's what you have. Now you have some options here. Remember, I cut out the positive when I cut her out of this piece. So I could take that positive and I could lay her right in there, giving you the finished look. Or, if I prefer, I can take and cut her out of here. Now, the benefit of having it here, if you chose to cut her again and just have this piece lay in, is that you can make your background a different color. Right now I've got a white background with a pink face. If I cut into my die cut right here, it would leave me a white face. So let's do that so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to bring back over my machine. I'm going to take my die. I'm going to line up her face and her eyelashes. Set her on down. I think that looks really good. And I'm going to send her on through. And one roll should be good. If you really feel the need and because you want to go backwards on an open die, you can. It's not going to hurt it. So now, again, I have another silhouette that can be used all on its own. I've got another silhouette. But I've also now cut her in. You have a lot of options with this die, and I just felt that we needed something beautiful and strong and encouraging and uplifting for girls. I remember watching a commercial during a Super Bowl. I don't remember what year it was, but it really affected me. Okay, I'm gonna just tilt up just for a minute. So I'm gonna tilt on back. So I remembered seeing this commercial during the Super Bowl, and it had a whole bunch of kids, and it had boys and it had girls, and it asked the boys, well, it's still a little too close for me. How does a girl throw? And the boys were like, And then you ask the girl, how does a girl throw a baseball? And she's like, hard. And how does a girl run when they asked the boy? And it was like, oh, And you asked a girl, well, how do you run? And she's strong. And to see the perception of what a girl can be, it so affected me. It actually had me in tears when I watched it because I know how brave and how strong we are, and I know that we're encouraging to each other and that it's our goal to uplift everybody. So when I did this collection, that's what I wanted it to be, uplifting and thoughtful. And so when I put her together, I wanted her to be pretty, but I wanted her to be strong, and I wanted her to be looking up, not down, because we should never look down. No, we should never be looking to the ground. We can do this. We will do this. It may be hard, and you may think you're not going to get through it, but don't look down, look up, and be proud of who you are and what you have done. And that commercial hit home with me. And ever since that commercial, I wanted to do this release. And I didn't even know I was going to have dies then. So now that I'm off my soapbox, I love her. And I love that you can do so much with her. It's really up to you how you want to die cut her. So I'm going to tilt on down again because I've made a mess, and I didn't mean to get on my soapbox, but I just feel so strongly about this that we can do anything we set our minds to. We already do. Right? Right. Okay, down I go. I'm so sorry, you guys. I know some of you just turned me off, but that's okay. I can live with that. I can. So that's how this die works. You have so many different options on how to play with her. You can absolutely line her up, and I've got cards over there that show you so many different things that you're able to do. It's just up to you. What do you want? And that is the contour die for Simply Defined Be Who You Are. It's a 2-piece die that does so much more than 2 pieces. And of course, absolutely, you want to go in there and play a little bit? Sure, why not? Let's see. You want to make her eyelashes glitter a little bit? Well, now she's got glittery eyelashes. She's got glittery eyelashes. You want to add a little bit of color to her hair? Why not? Sure you can. You've got the markers to do it. And you don't have to color the whole thing. That's not the point. The point is to just add a little bit of sparkle and definition, and you just get in there and go around and give her a little bit of color. She doesn't have to stay plain. It's up to you what to do with her. Now I've got my finger in it. Now I've added a little bit of color to her hair. You get to play. They're your dies. You get to make them what you want. And that brings me to the stamps that we have for this collection. And so I had said that I really wanted to have sentiments. It's hard for me to put sentiments on the dies. I was lucky on some of them. I got a lot, and I got this one. This one I have, I'm here for you, rain or shine. But you see, they had to piece them in there. So if I want sentiments to go with my dies, the die comes first, and then I'm able to add words in. But it's hard to really add a full word or a full sentiment because there's just not enough space. So here is the very first standalone set of stamps for Simply Defined. And they're $9.99. They are a clear stamp, which means you'll be able to see what it is you're stamping. They're reusable again and again and again and again and again. But I really wanted to tell you what the sentiments are so that you know what the sentiments are. And there's quite a few, so I'm just going to read them off. The first one is, I know a girl. She puts the color inside my world. The next one is, little girls with dreams become women with vision. And I so believe that. The next is, if you never chase your dream, you'll never catch them. And then this sentiment, this one I have been holding for almost 2.5 years. I saw this and it just set a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. Do that. Set a goal so big that as you grow into that person, it becomes an achievable goal. Oh my goodness gracious. We've also got, it's never too late to be what you might have been. Don't ever think that it's too late to do something. It's never too late. There's always an opportunity, and where there is a will, there is a way. It is never too late to be what you might have been. Did you want to be a nurse growing up? Try. Maybe you can't get through to an RN, but maybe you can help in a senior center, nursing and helping with others. What did you want to be when you were a kid? What was your passion? Find that passion and find a way to incorporate it into your life. Then the hardest one for me, and so that's why it's not on my face right now, because I'll cry. A mother understands what her child does not say. And that is so true. My mom could look at me and she would know. She would just know. I didn't have to say a single thing. A mother understands what her child does not say. And I'm going to miss that. And then the very last one is, I think, important for everybody, because I think we all know somebody who could use this. I hope you learn to hope again. So I think that those are sentiments that are worthwhile and that will stand the test of time. And it doesn't matter if it's for a boy or for a girl. I think that these are usable. And so I had to have them as a standalone set. And my next collection, it's the same thing. I have it as a standalone set because the things I wanted to say, I couldn't get onto my dies. All right, so I have storyboards to show you, and then I have samples, so I'm going to move on to that. Hopefully you guys are still with me, and if not, I understand. I got on my soapbox, but I just believe in the power of us, is what I believe. All right, so the first die is called Dress to Impress. It's a single die, has a lot of detail. It definitely would require a precision-based plate. The second die is Dance Like Nobody's Watching. And you get the sentiment, the dies that say dance like nobody is watching. And I love her. I needed her to feel free. She's not necessarily a dancer, she's free. And she's got the flowers flowing through her dress. And somebody posted on Facebook, they said when they saw this die, because I posted a sample that I'll show you in a little bit, when she saw this, she thought of freedom. And it was like, oh my gosh, I found my people, you get me. Because that's what it was supposed to be, just exuberance and freedom. So Dance Like Nobody's Watching and Dress to Impress. These are part of the I Want It All bundle. Then we have our next two. And the first one is Woman in the Willows. So you've got her standing in the willows, and then we've given you all of these little accent pieces to decorate. And I'll show you beautiful samples of her. But she's not a full-grown woman, but she's not a toddler. What we have down here is our toddler. So I've tried to give you dies that will take you through many steps of a woman's life. And I'm here, rain or shine. And these are part of the I Want It All bundle. So if you've got a teenage granddaughter or a teenage daughter, or if you've got a toddler, or you just need to say to somebody, I'm here, rain or shine, that's what these are for. Next, we have the last two that are part of the bundle. We have Life is a Beautiful Ride and Your Book is Still Unwritten. So here she is swinging away with abandon, just swinging away with sheer abandon, and she's strong and she's forceful. And life is a beautiful ride. And then the bottom one, again, maybe she's 10 and it says you do get the sentiments. Your book is still unwritten, and you get imagine the possibilities. You get all of that. You get both sentiments with this die, and you get Life is a Beautiful Ride with this one. And these are part of the I Want It All bundle. Then we have the contour die, which I was using. And you can see the different ways that we've used her. And she's called Stay Beautiful. She is not part of the I Want It All bundle. She's the contour die for the collection, so she's $15.99. Our contour dies are always $15.99. Then we have the standalone stamp set. So if you don't die cut at all, you may just want the stamps. And we've got all of the sentiments. And again, I hope you learn to hope again. That one is very poignant right now, and a mother understands what her child does not say. And I know a girl, she puts the color inside my world. Little girls with dreams become women with vision. If you never chase your dream, you'll never catch them. It's never too late to be what you might have been, and set a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. All of the sentiments inside the one set, also not part of the bundle. Then, as I said, it's time for must-haves. What's a must-have? Well, we've done 6 must-haves. This is, oh, I just lost one of Elena's samples. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well, it is what it is. Sorry, Elena. She had made the open heart frames that just fell on the floor. Must-haves are a collection of dies. They all nest into each other. You get everything that you need. So you've got straight hearts, and then you've got hearts that have a stitched edge to them. You can use them together. You can use them separate. These hearts have dotted edges. So if you didn't want a stitched edge, you can take this die, incorporate it over here, and now you've got a heart with a dotted edge. We have crosshatch edges. It's a little bit, it gives you everything that you ever could possibly want in a set of hearts. It gives you dots, crosshatch, stitched, straight edges, and then because I had extra space, we threw in extra detail. We threw in some paper clips and some photo corners and some pretty hearts, the pretty little hearts down at the bottom, but it's all for $29.99. And again, that's a value. For those of you who buy dies, you know that a die this size, there are companies that only sell the stitched edge, and you don't get this many dies for $24 and $25. Here we're giving you everything you could possibly need. Elena did her best. So here are the straights. So you can just cut beautiful straight. You've got the photo corners and the clips at the bottom. But now, if you start to incorporate the other pieces, the stitched edge, let's grab a piece of white paper. Now I've got a heart with a cute stitched edge, and all the sizes will do it. Every size of heart that's in there has a coordinating stitched edge, a coordinating dot edge, and a coordinating hash mark edge. And unfortunately, the one that I dropped is the one where she's made frames out of everything. All in one set of dies. And this is the last must-haves for this year. Will there be must-haves next year? Yes, I'm almost positive. We're in the process of them. So I am hoping, woohoo kachoo, there will be must-haves next year. Will they be the same price? Yes. Will they offer the exact same value? Yes. Will they be different than what we've offered you this year? Yes. Are we trying to make them work with what you already have from must-haves this year? Yes. Can I promise it? No. We're still working. All right. Now let's look at samples. I want to show you Elena's samples first. She does the storyboard. I featured this on Facebook. This is a box that she picked up who knows where. She used the must-have hearts. She die cut Your Book is Still Unwritten, Imagine the Possibilities. And then she put together, so here you've got, I still think she used paper. It's beautiful. She did a beautiful job with Dress to Impress. But then you pull up and you've got your It's never too late to be what you might have been. She's got the must-have hearts here that she's cut into. She's got our rain or shine. So I'm here for you, rain or shine. She's got dance like nobody's watching. And then she's got our girl, look at that, is that so cool at the end? But then you turn it around because it's accordioned, and you've got our girl on the swing, and you've got a sentiment, and you've got her reading her book and sentiments, and you've got your must-have hearts, and then it all just magically folds right back in to her little box that she probably picked up at the swap meet. Painted it. You can do this. Wouldn't this be a lovely gift for a girl, for a woman who needs encouragement? This is beautiful, Elena. You did a beautiful job. Then we have, let's go with Yvette. So this is the one that I showed on Facebook that our Facebook peep said, it looks like she's freedom. And that's exactly what I wanted. How gorgeous is this? I don't even know how to hold it. She's just beautiful. Yvette used the must-have hearts, and she used the die, but the die has a frame built in around it. She just snipped her right out of the frame and used her all by herself without the frame at all, because the die has a frame around it, but you don't have to use it with the frame. And Yvette did a beautiful job. So that is Yvette. Then, ho ho. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? This is Dressed to Impress. And here you've got a fully grown, sophisticated lady. And I love the dress. So Dressed to Impress. So that is Yvette. Then I have Belinda. Now Belinda has got a little hanging tag of our girl. Wouldn't this make a darling bookmark for your daughter or your granddaughter or a niece or somebody who just loves to read? Your best friend. What a beautiful bookmark. This is Belinda. And then we've got Belinda with a girl on the swing. And then Belinda has used the must-have hearts. And how fabulous is this? I just love the paper that she used. She's used all the little elements of the dies, the birds and the butterflies. How beautiful is that? This is Belinda. Here she did Girl on Swing one more time. Totally different though. Completely different. One is a little more mixed media with paints and one's done with paper. Mixed media and paints. Paper. Which one do you like better? You don't have to choose. You get to do them both. And then Belinda also has done a Dress to Impress. So that is Belinda. Next, we're going to show off Claire. And here's Claire's Dress to Impress, which is completely different than Belinda's Dress to Impress. Belinda cut it out of beautiful paper and just matted it on black. Claire, however, cut it twice. And then she took the red pieces out of the red when she cut it out of red, and she layered them in there and put them in to fill in her dress. This is Claire. This is also Claire. done with her little girl and an old book, an old page out of a book. And she inked it. She just inked. She went to the 25-cent bookstore, bought an old book, ripped out the page, die cut, and then inked right over the top of it. And then here is Claire's mixed media piece. Dance like nobody's watching. So this is Claire. She took the part of the dress, and so she kept it solid, as opposed to, she left every piece in there so the dress is a solid dress as opposed to having the flowers run through them. That's Claire. Then we get to Sharon. And how beautiful is this? Imagine the possibilities. This is just a perfect card for anybody. It's simple, it's one cut, it's done with reflections paper, my reflections paper. Imagine the possibilities. It's just put on a beautiful background piece of cardstock. Imagine the possibilities. And then we have I'm Here, Rain or Shine. So you've got the words right there. Easy to do, lovely. I'm Here, Rain or Shine. And then I featured this one on Facebook too. Everybody went crazy for this when they saw it. She used heart holographic paper. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but she was able to line the hearts up exactly with her lips. Oh my gosh, that's a heart in there. I don't know how she did it. It was brilliant. She used a must-have hearts and she put the dots in it. She used the smaller that comes with the must-have hearts because I had extra space. How fabulous is this? This is Sharon. Amazing. Then we're going to move to Kathy. And Kathy had found this piece of paper that had these flowers on it. And when she saw that, she knew instantly she wanted to do this with this die. So the paper came with the foil flowers on it, but then she die cut the girl, and we've got all the little embellishments in color, and that's what pops is the color. This is Kathy. Oh, I think I was supposed to open one of Belinda's. Uh-oh. Okay. Gosh, I hope I wasn't, and I even think I wrote on it, I'm supposed to open. Here's Kathy with it's just I'm here. I'm here. She didn't use for you, rain or shine. She just used I'm here. And sometimes that's all you need to say is I'm here. Then we have her contour. How lovely is that? Out of a marbled piece of cardstock. She just found a beautiful piece of paper and just die cut and mounted it on black, and it was good and done. So this is Kathy. And then she loved the background paper. She's so good at finding paper. Honestly, she is. So she took our girl and our tree and put it on top of a beautiful piece of background paper. So this is Kathy. And last but not least, probably my favorite that she did was her layout. So you've got our die right there, and you've got the hearts all over. Dance like nobody is watching. And then you've got the little girls dancing away, and actually that's a full-grown lady. I loved this page. I thought it was just beautiful. Just beautiful. Well done, Kathy. Love, love, love. And last but not least, I have Doris. So let me bring over Doris. Now Doris took the contour die and just used her straight across. So you've got all three. She just cut her 3 times, used her straight across. And she's got Dream Big. And then, okay, so I have to say, okay, this one goes like, okay, so this one goes like this. This one goes like that. And this one goes like this. She made the entire thing out of my must-have hearts. She did it all using hearts. And you take a heart and then you score it, fold it, and it ends up fitting into the back of the other heart for the, so you get the 3 layers all done with the must-have hearts. So she's got dots here, she's got dots up here. She loved the little paper clip. She's got the little heart paper clip off the side. This was done with our circles. This banner is on our must-have circles. She just went to town and she made the entire card out of nothing but hearts from my must-have collection. Oh, wasn't that fabulous? Okay, next. I'm sure she used oh yes, and see, didn't say to look inside, but I did. And she's got the word color colored in. And I'm sure she used oxide inks for these. How beautiful is that? Oh my gosh, the girls make me look so good. I am not this talented. I am proud to give credit where credit is due, and they do a beautiful job. Love this card. And then we have her version. Am I going to have to? No, good. Oh, she put it on the front. Little girls with dreams become women with vision. Here's her contour card. Who do you know that could use that sentiment? Her contour card. And last but not least, I have her layout. And she's got our girl swinging, and she's got the hearts, and she's got her down here reading. And this, of course, is going to be Catherine, who's now grown and has her own job and has graduated from college and is on her own and making such a wonderful success of herself. But here, I think this is probably how Doris still remembers her. It's hard to see your kids grow up. So this is Doris's layout. All right, you guys. I think that I'm going to tilt on up and I'm going to scroll on back, and I'm going to say, first off, for those of you who are not aware yet, SMS girl Claire lost her husband this week, and I know that she is so thankful and so grateful for all of your kind words and all of your postings and your prayers and your encouragement and your understanding and your empathy and your sympathy. Claire is a member of my family, and I love her to death. So it meant the world to me that without me telling you who it was, because I wanted to give her some space and some time, that you would just embrace without question. So thank you for that. And we know that Steve is he's no longer in pain, and he is up with his brother, and he's gonna be okay, as is Claire. She's gonna be okay because she's strong. She embodies everything that this collection was meant to be. And again, you don't know what's gonna happen when the collections release. You do them so far in advance that you don't know that a mother understands what her child does not say is going to have this huge impact on you. because it means so much more now that my mom is not here. So so I wanted to let you know that it was Claire that I was speaking of, and I know she greatly appreciates everything you have said and done for her. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you took care of one of my family members. Now, where do you find all of this product? Well, you find it at scrapbookingmadesimple.com, of course. I don't have to tell you that. And find it under the YouTube Yummies category. My dyes are one and done, so when they're gone, they're gone. So if there's something you like, please don't hesitate. And I hope that you enjoyed the collection as much as I have. I really love this collection. So I'm excited to finally bring it to you. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacey. I'll see you next week. There'll be, at least on Facebook, we have Black Friday coming up, and of course we have some deals and steals, and we've got free in-store make and takes on Friday and Saturday. We have Lawn Fawn on Friday, and we have Sizzix on Saturday, and we have Do Crafts both days, and we've got Prima stuff that is pretty much pennies on the dollar for you, and I've got I'll be the first in the world to have some Sizzix product at an incredible price. Nobody has the dyes yet. We're the only ones that have them. I think you're gonna love them. There's just so much going on next week, but I'll see you then, and I'll wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Well, I'll wish you a happy Thanksgiving now, just in case I don't see you on YouTube before then, but we'll see you on Facebook, okay? Bye, everybody.